I'm always in a hunt for really good effective skincare, advanced in medical research, advanced in their delivery technologies, advanced in ingredients. A couple of months ago I stumbled upon a brand or a company that makes an impeccable product. Today I want to show you that product. This product has replaced 4 of my Biologique Recherche serums, and I'm so happy because not only I'm saving a lot of money, but I actually found something a little bit better. Hi, I'm Desi Stark and welcome to my channel where we talk about luxury skincare, beauty, and lifestyle products. A few years ago, I discovered Biologique Recherche and I started the regimen, and I found out absolutely everything that there is to know about Biologique Recherche. I tried every one of their products. Last year, unfortunately, just when I settled into what I thought are the best and absolutely the most incredible products from Biologique Recherche, and I was continuing to use just those, unfortunately, Biologique Recherche kind of changed their business strategy and decided that they're going to discontinue or replace actually some of their most successful products. And I know that a lot of you, including me, were extremely disappointed with the sunset of placenta and the emerging ISO placenta, which I know a lot of you have shared with me. That was a very unsuccessful product. I personally went through a whole bottle of ISO placenta, and that was a very unsuccessful product. It was actually a synthetically derived version for placenta. Placenta, the real placenta, the original, is actually a naturally derived product. In the beginning of this year, I was on a hunt. I was determined to find something that's better than Biologique Recherche, especially the products that have been discontinued. So without further ado, I want to show you the product that I actually stumbled upon. And once again, I've been using this specific product for 44 days. The results are just so astonishing. I don't know if you can tell, but if you see a video from me that was from 2-3 months ago, you can probably notice the difference even via video, although the lights and everything could be quite misleading sometimes. But I'm talking about this brand. This brand is called Calecim, and this is actually a growth factor product. Now the whole line, the whole brand Calecim actually revolves around growth factor. So what exactly is growth factor? Well, growth factor is actually a group of protein that stimulates the growth of specific tissue. And in this case, we're obviously targeting the epidermis and the dermis. Growth factor serums also, which is the important part for all of us, growth factors play a very large and important role in cell division. In lamest terms, if I abandon the science behind it, let's think of it this way. Your epidermis and your dermis, the cells usually turn over. In your whole body, actually, you do experience a cell turnover. So some cells die and some cells are born. In the epidermis and the dermis, which is the layer underneath your epidermis, the acceptable rate of cell turnover is anywhere between 22 days to 46-47 days. When you're in your early teens or early 20s, your cell turnover is probably at a rate of 22 days. Ultimately, when a cell dies, it's immediately replaced by 1 or 2 more. And the more cells you have, obviously, the more density you have and the more volume you have in your skin. And your skin is bouncy and voluminous and glowing and full. Now, unfortunately, as we age, that rate of cell turnover slows down. So in your 40s, like me, for example, it probably takes you over 40 days to replace a cell. And technically, you're losing with time density of your skin, because the skin just slowly kind of deflates. So growth factors actually help with that, because growth factors, when introduced back into your face, they promote cell division. I've tried a lot of growth factor serums ever since they became very popular. Actually, 8 years ago is when I tried the very famous TNS serum by SkinMedica, and that was actually a pretty good, effective growth factor serum. It has been reformulated since then because when I tried it the first time, it had a very bad texture and you had to mix 2 different substances. And when you think about it, when you think about the placenta, the ingredient list here is very simple. What placenta contains, and I'm talking about the original placenta, the naturally derived product, the one that is truly regenerating. The ingredient list here is very, very simple. All it contains is actually water and hydrolyzed placental protein. And of course some probably preservatives, I think 1 or 2 preservatives, but it is a very, very, very simple thing. But when you think about it, because it's a hydrolyzed placental protein, in a way that's technically a growth factor serum, although when we talk about growth factor, the technology of extraction of those proteins, you've heard of stem cells. Well, that's exactly what it is. That technology is actually slightly more complicated. This is a simplified, I would say, very basic growth factor serum. This is the beginning of growth factor. It's not an advanced growth factor serum. There's actually other ones that are better on the market. And I actually stumbled upon this brand, Calecim, and I think this is the best product that I have ever tried. Not only when it comes to growth factor serums, because I actually have the cream and the serum, and I'll talk to you about it separately, but the cream, which technically you can use as a serum as well, that's how I use it. But this also contains hyaluronic acid and a few other things, so it helps actually with a little bit more rather than just growth factors. Let's talk about the brand Calecim. They don't have a lot of products. I think they only have 5-6 products, but they're all based on stem cells. They all contain growth factor. So the company Calecim is actually an arm of a very, very large medical research group. That umbrella of a company is called Cell Research Corp. So Cell Research Corporation, the bigger umbrella company, has been in business for over 20 years actually, and they play big in the medical research field, and that's what they are. They're actually an R&D company, and all of their research is based on a pretty advanced, again patented actually, research that is in connection with the technology that extracts stem cells or the proteins from the lining of an umbilical cord of a mammal. So they discovered that stem cells that are derived from the lining of the umbilical cord of a mammal are actually the largest and most fruitful concentration of stem cells. So their research kind of has to do a lot predominantly around curing and healing burns and wounds. And that story was so captivating and fascinating for me, because when you think about it, if that technology and if stem cells that are derived from the lining cord can actually cure a chronic burn or a chronic wound, I mean, imagine what that technology can do on your skin. So a couple years ago, they discovered that their research could potentially have an incredible cosmeceutical application, and they created this brand called Calecim. This is the serum. This little guy here I call Love Potion number 9. This product is incredible. This little bottle here contains over 1 million stem cells. You only need 2-3 drops of this. I usually either mix it with another serum or I mix it with a little bit of a cream and I apply it on my face, because 2-3 drops is kind of difficult to distribute on my whole face. But this is where the magic happens. This is pure concentration of growth factor serum, and this is the closest but way more advanced version of placenta. This is the cream version, and this is the one that I use. This is a fairly inexpensive cream. Actually, I think this is $68. And it's just a regular cream. It has, the texture is kind of like a light whipped cream, spreads out very, very, very easily. I consider this to be replacing actually 4 of my Biologique Recherche serums, which are actually my favorite serums. So one of them is obviously placenta. The other favorite one that it replaces is elastine, also Vigitensil, which is a favorite of mine as well, and Splenodermine, which is one that I absolutely love, but I cannot tolerate the scent. Now, this does not contain fragrance, nor does this. There's no fragrance, but when you think about it, this is a naturally derived product, so it will have a bit of a scent that is actually way better than the placenta. The placenta, I know a lot of you love the serum, but you can't tolerate the scent because it's so intense, and unfortunately this one also lingers. I have to say that the scent of this is actually way less intense, and it's gone literally within a couple of seconds after you've applied this cream on your face. You only do 2-3 drops of this. It has a little pipette, so the scent is barely noticeable here. So what is this gonna do for you? Obviously, it will speed up the cell turnover, and because it does that, it will increase density of your skin. Now, the website of Calecim, obviously, because this brand is directly connected and operates under the umbrella of a medical research brand. They have the resources and they've done a lot of clinical studies. Everything is on the website. You have before and after pictures, and the results are just fascinating. But sometimes when you just read material, that will make you buy a product, but once you put it on your face is the true test, and that's what I do. I actually put everything on my face, then I measure results. And once again, I've been using this for 44 days. I only use it actually at night, and occasionally, maybe once a week, I do this product, but mostly I've been using this. And I have to say, significant improvement is what I'm noticing in smoothness and kind of a bounciness of my skin. I've also noticed that these lines here and my lines here have diminished, and that's probably because my skin has increased in density now, so I'm not lacking that much volume as I was before. So now, this is not a sponsored video. The brand doesn't even know that I'm making this video. The third week is when I started noticing a real difference in brightness, in smoothness, in just kind of a lift in my skin, and that's when I decided that I want to reach out to the company. And I reached out to them because I wanted to see if I can get a discount code for you guys, and they gave me one. They were very gracious about it. They gave me 10%. And this is a fairly inexpensive product. If you follow my channel, you probably know I'm all about luxury skincare. I've been using luxury skincare for 25 years, and finding a product like this is gold for me. And as I said, this is Love Potion number 9. This is a little bit more expensive because the concentration is so much larger of stem cells here. Although this little bottle, you're only using 2-3 drops, so this is gonna last you for a very long time. Now, they also have this cream, but in the hydrating version, so you will have growth factor, but it will have more hydrating ingredients as well. If you need that hydration, you can use both of them together. You can combine both of them. Sometimes actually I combine both of these. Kind of happens rarely, but I just wanted to see what's gonna happen. So yes, this is definitely giving me much better results and quicker results than the placenta, which is technically a regenerating serum. And this is a true regenerating cream slash serum, if you will. I do apply it before my moisturizer, so I would apply it as closest to the skin as I could. Although it's a cream, if I'm applying other serums that at that time, I will first apply the serums because they have the thinnest consistency, and then I'll put this on top. But only I was very interested in this because of their umbrella, the Cell Research Corp. When you think about La Mer, the really big brand La Mer actually started before they were this very huge, famous brand. Before that, they started with actually with a medical company. The pomades that they were making, they were healing burns. So La Mer was created to cure burn victims, and it's pretty much the same concept here, but this is based on real technology, on real science, stem cells. La Mer is not. La Mer is based on one ingredient that unfortunately doesn't agree with everyone. Fortunately, it doesn't agree with me. This, I think, absolutely everyone can use, because when you think about growth factors are something that your body already produces. So I'm super happy about this product, the whole brand. Again, I've been testing it for 44 days and I will continue using this, but this is actually way better than the TNS growth factor serum. This is better than anything that I've ever used when it comes to regeneration, when it comes to a lift, firmness and volume of your face. This is probably the best product that you can get out there, especially for this price. So these are my thoughts on my new discovery I wanted to share with you. If you liked this video, if you found it valuable, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.